If you're listening to this alone, I want you to do something for me. Just pause for a second and listen. Because sometimes the scariest thing isn't what you see. It's the feeling that somebody is already watching you. This is one of those stories, and even now, I still don't know if it was a person or something else entirely. It started on a completely normal night. Nothing felt off. Nothing felt wrong. I just finished my shift, 11:15 p.m. like always. Same train, same platform, same routine. And that's the thing about routines. You stop noticing details until something breaks them. The first time I saw him, he wasn't doing anything unusual, just standing across the street, hands in his pockets, facing my direction. I didn't think much of it. People stand around all the time, waiting for rides, smoking, thinking. But something about him felt still, too still. Like he wasn't just standing there, he was placed there. The second night, he was there again. Same spot, same posture, and same stillness. That's when it started bothering me, because coincidence only feels normal once. After that, it starts feeling like a pattern. So I changed my route, took a longer street, more lights, more people, and for a moment I felt stupid, like I was overthinking everything, until I turned the corner and saw him again, standing, waiting, looking straight at me. That's when fear hits differently. Not sudden, not loud, just quiet and cold. Because now you're not asking, what is that? You're asking, why is it here again? I told myself tomorrow I would confront him. Just walk up, ask what he wants, end it, because fear only grows in silence. The next night, I did it. I crossed the street step by step, closer and closer. He didn't move, didn't react, didn't even blink. And when I was just a few feet away, a car passed between us for a second, just 1 second. And when it cleared, he was gone. No footsteps, no sound, no direction, just gone. I checked everywhere, behind me, around corners, but nothing. It didn't make sense because there was nowhere he could have gone. That's not possible. That night, I couldn't sleep because something had changed. It wasn't just fear anymore. It was confusion and confusion. Lots of confusion, which is actually very bad, and I would say it's worse. The next evening, he wasn't outside. No street corner, nothing. And for the first time in days, I felt relief until I got home, walked inside, dropped my keys, and instinctively looked out my window. And guess what? There he was, across the street, looking up at my window, directly at me. Sometimes you don't realize you are being followed until you stop moving and something else doesn't. Sometimes the scariest part is it isn't being watched from a distance. It's when something gets close enough to match your every move. Have you ever walked somewhere late at night and felt like someone was behind you? Not close enough to see, not far enough to ignore, just there. Now imagine this. What if whatever was behind you knew exactly how you moved? I've always had trouble sleeping, so most nights I go for walks, not far, just around the block. Quiet streets, dim lights, the kind of silence that feels peaceful. until it doesn't make me feel creepy. That night was no different. Around 2:07 a.m. I remember the time because I checked it twice. Once before I left and once when everything started feeling wrong. At first, it was just a sound. Soft, rhythmic, almost blending in with mine. Footsteps behind me. I didn't turn around immediately because there's this unspoken rule. If you ignore it, it might not be real. But the sound didn't go away. So I slowed down, and the footsteps behind me slowed down too. Perfectly, not slightly, not delayed, exactly the same timing. And that's when my chest tightened. Because now it wasn't just sound, it was awareness. I stopped walking completely, and the footsteps behind me stopped as well at the exact same moment. I turned around and nothing. Empty street, no movement, no shadows, no one. I even walked back a few steps, checked behind parked cars, looked down side alleys, but nothing. I told myself it was just echo, just sound bouncing, and just, my mind playing tricks. So I kept walking. But this time, I listened carefully. And behind me, again, same rhythm, same spacing, same pace. Like something was walking in sync with me. So, I tested it. I took a slow step, pause, another slow step, and behind me, the same, perfectly mirrored. And that's when fear stopped being subtle. It became physical. My hands felt cold, my breathing changed, and my body knew something before my mind could explain it. I started walking faster, and the footsteps behind me matched, faster, louder, and closer. So I ran, full speed, heart pounding, shoes hitting pavement hard, and behind me the same, running, keeping up and right behind me. I didn't look back. I couldn't. I was so scared because something told me from within that if I saw it, I wouldn't make it to home. I reached my apartment building, fumbled my keys, dropped them once, picked them up, unlocked the door, and slammed it shut behind me. Silence. Complete silence. No footsteps, no sound, nothing. I leaned against the door, trying to breathe, trying to calm down, trying to convince myself it was over, finally. And then I heard it. Not outside, not in the hallway, but inside my apartment. Slow, deliberate, walking across my living room. I didn't move, I didn't breathe, because now I understood something. It was never behind me. It was just waiting for me to bring it home. Sometimes you don't hear it, you don't see it, but it's still there. Closer than you think. Closer than it should be. And sometimes it doesn't need to follow you at all, because it's already right in front of you. Sometimes it's not behind you, as I just said. It's not outside. It's not even something you can run from. Because sometimes the thing watching you is already there, all around you. It's just a question that, does it feel the need to make its presence make you feel the presence? Have you ever looked into a mirror and felt like something was off? Not wrong enough to notice immediately, but just enough to make you look twice. It started in the smallest way possible. Something so subtle, I almost ignored it. I was brushing my teeth, half awake, just staring at myself in the mirror. Nothing unusual. Same face, same room, same routine. But then, for a split second, something felt delayed. Like my reflection wasn't perfectly in sync. I leaned closer, moved my hands slowly, watched carefully. Everything looked normal again. So I laughed it off. Told myself that I was just, tired. But once you notice something like that, you can't unnotice it. That night, I kept thinking about it, trying to recreate it, trying to prove it wasn't real. So I went back to the mirror, stared at myself again, longer this time, more focused. And that's when it happened. I moved, but my reflection didn't. For just a second, 1 second, it stayed still, looking directly at me. And then it smiled. Not the way I was smiling, not naturally, not normally. It was slower, wider, and wrong. Something was wrong. I stepped back instantly, heart racing, trying to process what I just saw. And just like that, everything went back to normal. My reflection matched me again perfectly. I didn't sleep that night because something had changed. Not around me, but inside me. That feeling that I wasn't alone anymore. The next few days, nothing happened. No delay, no smile, nothing strange. Until one night, I woke up suddenly. No sound, no reason, just that feeling. Like someone was watching me. I didn't move at first, just listened, waited, and then slowly I turned my head towards the mirror, and I saw it. My reflection standing, not lying in bed, not asleep, standing right in front of the mirror, looking down at me, watching me sleep. And then it slowly raised its hand and pressed it against the inside of the glass. like it was trying to get out. So, if you ever feel like someone is watching you, don't always look behind you. Don't always check the shadows. Because sometimes the safest place you think you are in is exactly where it's waiting for you. And the next time you look into a mirror, just remember, if something feels off, even for a second, don't look too long, because if you do, it might realize you can see it too. Good night and sleep carefully.